Everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you are having a fantastic weekend. So, lots has been going on this week. Lots has changed around the world since the last time I spoke to you. Certainly in America, at least. I, of course, am alluding to American politics and the change of Democratic candidate for president. Very exciting. I'm sure we will be making videos on the main channel about that in the not too distant future. And there are lots of rumors and myths that are flying around about various candidates and goods and bads and all kinds of other things, which has kind of got me onto the topic of myths and good and bad and fears and worries that you may have had when you first started to drive an electric vehicle of some sort, whether it's a battery electric vehicle, a plug-in hybrid, or maybe just an e-bike, and the concerns and the worries that you had when you were brand new to that vehicle. And today I have a very, very simple question for you. What do you now know that you didn't know when you first started your ownership experience? And I know this video is by its very nature going to mean that some of you are not going to be able to respond, or Mastodon or Patreon or any of the other forms that we still have available. That was someone driving very quickly down the road. YouTube comments are turned off here as well, because YouTube comments, the spam and the hate from the main channel just migrated over. So we've turned off all the comments, and I'm sorry. I wish there was a better way of doing it. Right now there isn't. But I want to know, through the methods that you can still reach us at, what you now know that you didn't know when you started your ownership experience. So it's been really pleasant watching both Erin and Michael on their own plug-in vehicle journey, because Erin didn't own a plug-in vehicle until her Honda was stolen, and amazing people helped her get behind the wheel of her Chevrolet Volt with a V, the second generation model. And Michael didn't have a plug-in vehicle until shortly before coming to work for Transport Evolved. His car was written off, and he started off with a Volt, and then he has migrated since to a Chevrolet Bolt with a B. And it's been really interesting watching both of them and their ownership experience, as well as the ownership experience of family members who have gone to electric in the last year or so. And for the most part, they've gone from being worried about charging, worried about range, worried about how do I just live with this vehicle, to almost being laissez-faire about the whole thing. It's like, oh, I don't need to worry about charging. I've got plenty of range, or I can stop here and plug in for 2 hours, and then I know I'm going to have enough range to make it to the next place. And as I peruse YouTube, as I'm sure you do, I come across videos from people who are new to EVs, who very often have negative experiences because they're new to EVs, and either they don't want to do the preparation, or they haven't realized there might be some preparation in learning. There might be a steep learning curve to the ownership experience, and maybe the dealership didn't explain it properly, or they didn't bother to look it up. Maybe they ran out of charge or had a bad experience with the charging network. As your ownership experience improves, or as you own a vehicle longer, I personally believe that you become more equipped to deal with the pitfalls and challenges that you sometimes come across owning an EV, such as EA charging stations suck. If you are looking at a slow level 2 charging station in an airport, it will invariably be taken up by EV owners who are parked there and not charging. I hate to say it, normally Tesla Model 3 or Model Y owners. And when it comes to charging on the road, when you are at a fast charging station, you very often end up meeting people who are there determined to fast charge to 100%. And you learn to identify those people and sometimes maybe steer clear of them. Maybe you have learned which times of the day to avoid charging stations that you didn't previously know. Maybe you now know that, On paper, my vehicle has an EPA range of 280 miles, but if I drive it like I stole it, I can get that down to 200. If I'm really, really gentle and it's a perfect day and the weather conditions are great, I can see 300 plus miles. Maybe you now know that and you know what to look for. Maybe it's something like, I know that my EV, when it says it's not got any charge left, it's still got 20 miles in the battery. Or maybe you are someone who has something like a Ford F-150 Lightning, which when it is empty, when it says it's empty, it isn't joking. So tell me all of the things that you've learned that you didn't know when you started your ownership experience, and maybe things that you'd like to be able to, if you had a time machine or you had a portal back, you could kind of go back into the past and tell a younger version of yourself, hey, it's all going to be okay. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and as usual, I'll be back next week with another one of these. Thanks for joining me today, and if you've got thoughts, make sure you leave them in our Discord chat room, on our Patreon page, or you can reach out to us on Mastodon. Thanks to the amazing list of people scrolling by on your screen right now. They are some of more than the 1,500 people who help fund this channel through Patreon and YouTube, covering our bills, paying our team, and making sure we can be 100% independent. If you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. There are a range of different tiers you can sign up for, from as little as $1 a month, or if you pay yearly, just under $11 a year. A huge welcome to our newest supporters: Biggs Bronson, Philip Panya, Stephen Trudeau, Laura Connolly, Paul Giblin, Kaboombox, Oliver, John Franks, Bill Lascelle, Brent Smith, Terry and Rich UK, Wendy Kelly Budenbaum, Joe Hamlin, Ilian Oster, Brian Curry, Chelsea Williams, and Adekunle Ferinya. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member and get your moment of fame. If you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations, and we even have an old-fashioned PO box you can reach us at, address also below. And if you're in need of some swag, you'll find our swag store in the down below. This month, we're talking about accessibility with our latest t-shirt design, and keep your eyes peeled for a brand new special t-shirt for our trip to Everything Electric in Canada next month. We've got some great content coming up, so make sure you're subscribed on PeerTube or YouTube, and we'll see you soon. We make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you want more, the mighty algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we think that this one is also well worth a look. See you soon, and as always, keep evolving!